This is the NearStream VM20, a 4K streaming camera loaded with features, but here's the thing, I don't stream. So I've been testing this from the perspective of someone who makes YouTube videos, joins a lot of Zoom and Teams calls, and occasionally just wants to look crispy on camera. This isn't your average webcam. It's got a 10x optical zoom, 4K resolution, AI noise cancelling mics, and it's priced to compete with pro level gear. But does all that spec sheet magic actually translate to real world performance? And more importantly, for people who aren't streamers, is this overkill or a secret weapon? Let's find out. The VM20 feels well built, not heavy but solid. The matte finish is clean, professional and minimal. On the back you've got USB-C, HDMI, RJ45 Ethernet for network control and even a 3.5mm mic input. Right out of the box, it looks like a serious piece of kit. The camera uses a 1/2.8 inch CMOS sensor and can shoot up to 4K at 30 frames per second or 1080p at 60 frames per second. You can switch resolutions in the software or via your streaming setup. Image quality, honestly, quite impressive. Alright, what you're seeing right now is now shot in 4K 30 frames per second with the NearStream VM20. What do you think? How does it look? I think it looks pretty good. With decent lighting conditions and everything, things are looking pretty good, and I would be very happy using this for as a replacement of a standard webcam or just for streaming purposes, because it just looks pretty good. The colors and everything, the quality, the sharpness, it looks pretty decent, right? Like maybe not high top end tier of things, but still pretty good. Colors are accurate, skin tones are quite natural, and the dynamic range holds up surprisingly well, especially in softer indoor lighting. The included remote lets you control everything: pan, tilt, zoom, exposure, focus. You can even set up 10 camera positions presets, which is perfect if you use different angles or scenes. It's like a tiny robot camera that listens to you. Now let's talk about sound. The VM20 has an 8 MEMS mic array with AI noise cancellation. It can pick up your voice from up to 16 feet away. And it actually does a solid job of cleaning up background noise, though it still doesn't compete with a proper shotgun or lav mic. And now I'm recording with the camera itself. The audio is also coming from the camera itself. You may hear some outside noise. I'm not even sure what you're hearing right now, but I'm not even sure if my voice is coming clear through this. So yeah, let's check that out and see what you think about it. Let me know in the comment section down below. I will also give my feedback on it after this little section, this little clip. But if you are in a quiet environment, it's more than usable. So what if you're like me, someone who's not live streaming on Twitch every night? I use it for Zoom meetings, team meetings, a screen recorded tutorial, and even a couple of YouTube B-roll voiceovers. The clarity and autofocus make it feel way more professional than a basic webcam. And since it has HDMI out, you can plug it directly into a capture card or ATEM Mini. And if you're more technical, you'll love this. There's an actual web UI for advanced camera control of the network. You can adjust white balance, exposure settings, and even disable auto functions. And this is super useful if you're mounting the camera up high or running it in a more complex setup. Alright, some cons. There is no SD card slot or internal recording. You'll need to capture everything live via OBS, Zoom, Teams, or your HDMI capture setup. And it doesn't come with software to record out of the box. You'll need third-party apps for that. At around $260 US, this camera isn't cheap, but it undercuts the competition like PTZO Optics and Elgato when you look at the feature list. If you're a content creator, teacher, remote speaker, or a YouTuber who wants plug-and-play pro quality without messing around with mirrorless cameras, this is a very solid investment. I went into this review unsure. A 4K streaming camera aimed at people like me? Well, not exactly, right? But after a week of testing, I'm convinced. This isn't just a streamer cam. It's a productivity cam, a content creator cam, and maybe even your next YouTube upgrade. Let me know in the comments what you want me to compare this to next. Facecam Pro, Insta360 Link? Well, let me know. As always, Like if this helped you out, sub if you're into smart gear reviews with a non-hype twist, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, stay safe, stay happy, good luck.